learned that no one is allowed to leave, and you are now also not allowed to leave.
Why did the king not even... Alright, I guess maybe we could have just been among the rabble. We'll know the door we came through. Why didn't the king question it?
Have we had any kind of rest yet?
Nope. Nope, we came in, found the market. Andre found a new potential friend.
We came in and attacked a bunch of people. Then we went to the market.
And then he went to get some armor for Ellie.
Which he still has the armor. Yeah, we're going to put her away.
I do say that we should get some rest soon.
I could use some
I
rest.
had a long day. I want to nap.
You had a long day.
I had a long day yesterday too. Painful.
Yeah.
Kept getting hurt by people.
Yeah, I'm sure that was your own fault.
No, Kelly was just intentionally beating me up.
Yeah. That witch.
First she slammed my head in the pantry, and then she, dropped a dryer on my foot.
Oh my gosh.
Just trying to get those XP points.
There we go. See?
Well, Brian kept calling her a witch, and then we found out they live in Salem. It doesn't help the fact.
And the reason was she kept teleporting places.
There's a bunch of cats there too that walk around the trailer court, so it's like, yeah.
Oh,
Witches.
So you got random cats all over the place.
Yes, Melon. What?
I mean, we are in the country, so.
Witch. That girl cleans in the some of the wall too. Like witch.
Is there a place, like a hotel, or like, since we're stuck here, did they provide us with a room?
No, I did.
You guys sleep on the
I
ground.
think they just told us to go find ourselves our own logic.
No, they didn't tell us anything. We took our leave and that was it.
I think Joel said there was something so bad.
They recommended you stay in the human quarter.
Yeah.
Bloopers. The only two humans in the party.
Look, Kelly's hair is long. They can't tell she doesn't know.
Sure.
She just want to be human. Is that new?
While walking through this area, did I see any weapons store? Because that was the one thing I wanted to do yet last time.
Nothing you've seen so far.
Okay.
But you are free to wander around this area.
I'm gonna ask since I'm here, well, yeah, I'm just gonna wander around until I find a weapons store, or ask the nearest dwarf.
You got
And ask this guy here if he knows where a decent weapons store is.
Well, he points to the exact opposite end of the hall and says, yeah, there's a place down there. There's also a cheap place. I don't remember where exactly, human-made, locally.
Thank you. I'm gonna head that way. All the way at the end. Look, the weapons.
Look into a weapon.
Look, dwarf.
Really? A dwarf in a dwarven city?
Oh shit. That's a unique sight.
Did you make a personality for like all these people?
That would be a lot.
I'm gonna go talk to this random guard and figure out his life story.
Only people that I gave names to. Basically, look at very specific tokens to see if they look very unique, like this guy.
What about this chick? I'm winning it.
I'm gonna just start looking at their
Yeah.
axes.
I like the look of her.
You walk down the hallway and you see a dark elf.
I do?
No, Xenophiel.
I'll nod and say hello to her.
Dark elf in a dwarven hall.
Hmm.
Hello. Could I interest you in something?
Depends what that something is.
Well, if you'd like to step inside, I can show you my product.
Let's do it.
If you go through the door,
I can't go through the door.
you should be able to.
Well, I can't, Joe. That's the whole point. If I could, I wouldn't be complaining. I can't go through any of the doors, by the way.
What?
Thank you.
The finest stock
Slaves.
in the entire castle.
Okay. Well, what can you tell me about this one?
You see, the good one, it is a very breed of higher. What they like to call the... what is their word? Exodite, I think is what they call them.
How'd you manage to get a high elf for a slave?
I paid a lot of coin.
What is she good at?
I don't personally know her skills, but she is exotic.
Can I talk to her?
She's currently got like the equivalent of like a, not a gag, but like a clamp around her face, around her mouth.
Okay. Does everybody have that?
No, she does. This woman does, and this man does.
What can you, like, just description-wise, what can you tell me? What does this guy look like?
Well,
Or is it just as pictured?
as pictured, I picked these tokens specifically. But but none of them are wearing like, they're all just wearing like very sackcloth
I
dress.
figured that much.
But they all look exactly what their token represents.
Alright, Slaver, what can you tell me about this guy?
That one would be a human. That, as you can see by the mouth covering, knows a little bit about the magic.
Oh, so mouth coverings mean they have magic. Okay.
Or loud. One of the two.
Yeah, I mean, but it makes sense.
No, I mean, you can tell that they don't care about sound too much. Well, they do and they don't, because this orc here in the corner occasionally starts grumbling and sounds like he's going to shout something, but every time he starts getting a little too uppity, the other dark elf guard just kind of punches him in the gut, goes back to being quiet.
Do you know anything about his specialties?
Who's?
Take your time.
I know that he is a sorcerer, and that he burned a lot of people when we tried to capture him.
How old does he look?
You would guess... I mean, you're not the best when it comes to human ages. Humans are all so odd, living such short lives, but you're fairly certain he's older than a toddler.
Thanks, Joe. That was helpful. Not that dumb. You could. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he appears to be an adult, maybe late 20s, you would guess, but you're still like I said, you're not overly familiar with human ages. What really is the difference between a 10-year-old and a 20-year-old?
How much do you want for it?
Go.
There's not one.
Easy to reproduce.
For this one?
I'm sorry. What did you just say? The ability to reproduce. Oh,
Pretty scary thing you're saying there, Joe.
This one will be going for 3,000 gold pieces.
And how much is the high elf?
Because of her fine quality, I will not be willing to go below 6,000.
See, it's tempting, but Joe has done so many female NPCs.
You realize this is Joe, right? Most of his avatars are female.
This is true.
You're sure Jill just the female in a male body.
That's the conclusion we came to long ago.
I do not suffer sexual dysphoria.
Yeah, suffer.
Good.
So
Yeah.
suffering if you enjoy it, I suppose.
How old does the high elf look?
Make an intelligence check.
Let's not be like tape.
Wait, why? What do you mean?
You're a wood elf, not a high elf. High elves have different biology than you, and they're really difficult to figure out.
Occasionally came up food side.
Well,
Wow.
that's a save, so make a check.
Oh, okay.
And you have a +7 to your intelligence.
Only to her intelligence save. You would guess she's relatively young, so maybe only 350 years old.
So she's older than me.
But you also know that high elves live to be well over 1,000 years.
Gotcha.
And she's an exodite, which is why her eyes are pitch black and she has that weird gem in her forehead.
So what does exodite mean?
They believe, make a religion check.
Oh, come on. I'm new to this.
We don't even know what that is.
Oh.
Yeah, this is something within my own world. You've heard about it. It's from what you've heard, it's essentially the high elves believe that it is a soul that has been reincarnated with a specific purpose sent back to the world by their god.
And her purpose is to destroy Titus.
Hotel X-leg. And wooden foot.
Well, actually, only one of my feet is technically woodenish. And that's because it's also my axe.
No, you lost your foot. Lost part of your foot.
Yes, and I got a clockwork one.
You could be made of wood.
In the meantime, what are you looking for, Tyler?
Going back to me now. Okay. I'm looking for a axe. Or, well, literally anything, you know.
Well, guess what? Wait, my Titus standing on the counter.
I was gonna say.
I realized that. Like, wait, this isn't a carpet.
Ooh, shiny! Oh, the title.
He likes his feet on.
I'm looking
nice
for
smooth
an
stone.
axe.
Guess what you see right in front of you?
That's what I was saying. I was like, ooh, look, that's an axe.
Just because it's on the map doesn't mean it's actually there.
You find what appears to be a very high-quality dwarven make axe.
Ooh.
Can cost some arm and a leg.
Is it magical? Can I make a check?
You can make an Arcana check on it,
This
or you
one
can just
does.
cast Detect Magic.
I don't have detect magic.
That's like. I'm not there. Always still.
I mean, not that you can tell, it doesn't appear to be magical.
No, what's it look like? Does it look like that, or
It does not look like that. It looks dwarven make, so more, everything is very angular. There's no curves.
I was gonna say
Right
like
angles.
Skyrim dwarf?
Everything, there's only right angles. There are no curves in it at all.
Scavenger rat dwarves. They're gone.
Is I'm gonna wave over the shopkeep to ask him about this. Oh, ouch! 1 second. There we go.
He walks over.
So, tell me about this axe. Is there anything special about it, or is it just an axe?
It's been forged by the finest dwarven smiths down in the mine and mined from the best material here in Casa Arturo.
And how much is it?
This piece, 400 gold pieces.
Let's see how much I actually have. And it's 10 platinum per. Or it's 10 gold per platinum.
Yep.
40. Okay, so. Okay.
What did
And
I
I-
do for price?
400.
Okay. I'm multitasking, so sorry.
Yeah.
I love to have them. Our job.
Able to pick it up and feel it out a little.
Yeah,
Rope it.
he handed
Not
it over
good
the counter
rope
so
it.
that you can get a feel for it. Swing it around a little bit.
That's some question.
I gotta ask you a question. No. Let's see. Is there any other axes that I see in the store? Just,
Oh yeah, he's got plenty of axes.
this one looks pretty. No. I'm gonna look around, see if they, what all the oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the other axes he has.
Most of them are relatively similar. Some of them are more decorative. Some of them are less decorative.
I think I'll take this one. So, let's see. 40 platinum. That's 400, right?
It would be.
Yeah, okay. So I give him 40 platinum.
You start heading over the coins, and he goes, "Oh, Imperial coin. I'm going to have to charge you 450."
All right. I'll hand him over 50 gold.
You hand him the 40 platinum and the 50 gold, and he takes it. He goes, "Well, I suppose I'll take it."
Okay.
It counts as a master-crafted weapon, so it counts for +1 to hit, but not for damage.
Okay.
While that's going on, 2 dwarves behind you start, like, getting into an argument, it sounds like.
Like a heated argument, or just kind of a.
It starts off, it sounds like they're just disagreeing, but it sounds like it's getting heated.
Oh, whoops.
I mean, they're right behind you. You can
No.
definitely hear it happening. Even with just your passive perception.
Which is higher than the one I rolled.
I mean, all 3 of you can hear it.
I turn around to watch.
Basically, you see a somewhat older-looking dwarf. He looks kitted out, like he's probably part of the guard or something. And he's poking this female dwarf, telling her that basically things along the lines of, "We don't need no girlies to protect us from the enemy." Basically, it sounds like he's complaining a lot about her fighting.
Oh.
Ted just walks away.
Well, I don't know how to. They're arguing. This is a place I have.
I'll wait there and tell them to stop arguing.
You don't have to do anything. I'm just letting you know what's happening.
Oh, that guy just ran. He bolted.
Oh, people are walking around.
Walk here.
I'm just. People are walking around and doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Joe, is there a way to do a battle axe that's the +1 but not to the damage?
Yeah,
Or do I
Yeah.
just have to change it?
change it.
But you'd have to change it, yeah. You
Okay,
can't bring over a +1 axe.
I can't.
Well,
Are you going to buy a slaves enough yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the high elf.
All right. You got the coin?
I do. Does she take Electrum too?
Of course.
Okay, then yeah. Ching.
You hand over the coin. She doesn't care. It's money. She takes it. She walks over, undoes the chains, tying her or holding her to the floor, and then passes them over to you.
I nod at her and then we walk out.
She also hands you keys to all of her other restraints.
Probably a good idea. Is there like up somewhere private we can go?
I mean, technically, yes. Just go like around a corner or into a
Oh yeah.
room or down an alley.
We will go like here. Okay. Can I unchain her? Like unhook her mouth and whatnot?
Yes. You remove all of her bindings.
I say hello. What is your name?
She looks slightly you might say disgusted. But as you remove her bindings, and then she sighs and tells you that her name is Sylvia.
What's your story, Sylvia?
I was taken a slave, and you've bought me.
I have, but that doesn't mean I would like this not to be so much as an ownership. Okay, hold on. I was hoping maybe we could work together and I could help you.
Help me? You just purchased me.
I purchased you out of slavery, but that does not necessarily mean that I am going to treat you as a slave.
Are you setting me free?
Oh, that's a lot of money. If that is what you really wish, then yes, but I was hoping that in return for your freedom, you would stick around and help. Joe is conflicted.
She just kind of stares at you and goes, "You bought a slave, and you're immediately going to set it free."
I don't like the idea of slavery, but I saw you, and I didn't know what the lady was selling. So I went in, and when I had a certain feeling when I saw you that you are different.
Was it the ears that gave it away?
I'll pull my hair back a little bit.
She's taken back a little bit and goes, "Oh, you're one of us."
Indeed. Which is part of the reason why I wanted to get you out of there.
Well, I thank you for saving me from our bastard southern cousins.
Yeah, totally understand that. Now, I realize we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. So, my name is Zanafia. I travel with a group that... Why are we here? I don't even know.
Well, our original intention was to rescue a family and extract them from the midst of this war. However, they're not allowed to lose. And by extension, neither are we.
Otherwise, I'll tell her, I'll fill her in with, everything we've been doing with the weird situation with the giants, and we think that maybe they've got some kind of plot to take over, and otherwise we had just been adventuring.
Well, the first thing she does is when you introduce yourself, she goes, "Zanafia. It doesn't sound like an Ultwayan name."
Do I know?
She's saying your name doesn't sound like it's from... You don't sound like you're from Ultway, which is the kingdom of the High Elves.
No, that is because I am actually from... No, I'm not from there.
I mean, it's up to you. Were you born in the land of the Wood Elves, or are you just a Wood Elf that's out and abroad?
Oh, I was born in the land of the Wood Elves, but she doesn't need to know that.
You just say that you're like an elf that's from the Empire or something?
Yeah.
Living amongst the mayflies.
Yeah, they are very different than us, that is for sure.
Short-lived, short-sighted.
So now maybe, Cynthia, you could tell me a little bit more about you.
Sylvia.
Yeah, that's okay. Just pretend I said that. It's I'm not good with names.
She explains that she was pronounced an Exodite at birth, and as such, it is believed among, but she'd say, it's obvious, you're an elf. She just expects you to know these things. She's not sure what the path that the lady has for her, but she is positive that whatever it is, everything will work out. Obviously, this was part of the fate, what the fates desired. You were here to free her, so that she might continue the path that the gods planned. Otherwise, she's from a noble house, but then again, all high elves are from noble houses, because elves are automatically nobility.
Well, now that we have both introduced ourselves, I am offering you, your freedom if you so wish it. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to travel with us, and I would make sure you stay like fed and clothed and whatever you need or want.
Well, obviously the gods brought you together. This is fate. So, there must be a reason that you are here with her, beyond just setting her free, she assumes. So at least until an obvious sign points her somewhere else, she'll stay with you.
Awesome.
What are other people doing?
We'll browse the selection.
So stand for a great sword.
He's got some great swords, but of course they're dwarven great swords, which means that they're long swords for you.
That I have no. When my sword got that creature's blood on it, or vomit, or whatever it was, is it actually in need of repairs, or?
Yeah, it's been dulled.
Oh, okay.
It's not magic or anything. Your blade was just dulled.
All right. So I need to present it to one of the smiths. And I'll leave this up.
He looks at it and says, to find the weapon? Were you looking to sell it?
Nope, I need it sharpened.
Then you'll want to head to the forges.
Ah, understood.
Shrugs his shoulders and goes back to try to sell weapons to other people.
Now, need to find the forges.
As you're walking out, Titus, also Thorkel and Edsley, you hear a loud thud from behind you, and the male dwarf, is now lying on the floor. The female dwarf is standing over him with a very heavy-looking warhammer.
I laugh.
And at this point, she's now shouting at the top of her lungs. So you think I can't fight?
Dude, we need to recruit her.
What?
As the male dwarf starts to stand up, she just takes the head of her hammer and holds it upside down and lets it rest on his chest. And he's now like trying to get up with the added weight. And every time he starts to put a little more force into it, she leans a little more into the hammer.
Yeah, I'm just finding this entertaining.
He sounds quite strained, but from his position on the floor, the male dwarf starts shouting things like, "This is what living in the Empire has done to you. Made you uncivilized. No respect for the old ways." To which she leans in even more and says, "It looks like the old ways are going to get you killed."
I don't disagree with her.
Well, I don't know what to say to it, so Thorkel, you go ahead.
I'm just finding this amusing.
After like 5 more seconds, and her like, she looks like she's about ready to put all of her weight onto it, and he finally just goes, "I can't." And then she removes the hammer, and he stands up, very out of breath, and then proceeds to march out. At which point the shopkeep comes over. Says, "I don't need you driving away my customers, and I don't need women folk shopping for weapons." And he points towards the door.
I would go all camel on him.
Oh, we're there.
I know.
She gives him a bit of an evil eye and walks out.
Anyway.
I can't believe you guys didn't recruit her. What's wrong with you?
I don't feel any way for me to actually just jump into that situation and talk. That stitching her away. Let's come on. It feels like that one. I got you $1 commercial. It's trying to
I'll buy that for $1. Anyone else looking for anything?
I need to go find the forge.
Well, you could just ask me where it is.
Gonna walk around until I
At the store for the forge.
I should also note that none of you, like, some of you have gone separate ways, and you don't know where everyone is.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go back to the main atrium area. and see if I just
Main Market Square.
Yeah, see if I find anybody.
Yeah. I mean, I'll head back that way too.
All right. Sylvia follows you. Well, Etsley, you see the female dwarf that you saw earlier, seemingly talking to a human woman, though in a garb that you're not very familiar with.
I see her. Where? Oh, there. Third thing, I have my glasses off because I kind of have a headache because of the headset, so I'm like looking around. Okay, so there she is. Okay, so she's talking to a human.
Yes. Also, you still see most of the other people at their little stalls and tables that they were at earlier. And Lady Marie taking advantage of such a large room.
Yep.
She's just kind of hanging out in here. Everyone's giving her a very wide berth. And you see Xenafia followed by another elf.
That helps. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
found a friend. Her name, and I make introductions, and I say she will be joining us.
Well, I can't wait to fight beside you. I say, greeting her. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the dwarf and stuff. I don't want to interrupt a conversation. So I'll wait until they're done talking, at least. But I might, move a little closer.
Sylvia simply nods at you when you introduce yourself. But she is otherwise not even, acknowledging you. Yeah, make a perception roll, Etsley.
It's a high elf, so she's hyper racist.
Yeah, you can overhear. It sounds like that dwarf that you ran in, or the dwarf that had the argument earlier, is basically asking this human woman if she has any way of getting back or getting to the Empire, because she's decided she doesn't want to help defend the castle. You make out bits and pieces. It sounds like she came from the Empire to defend the castle because she's related to, families here. And they basically told her they don't want women fighting.
All right. And I can tell that the human that she's talking to is obviously from the Empire.
No, she's not
No?
dressed in... She's dressed in very exotic-looking clothing. We've never seen... And not only that, she's a fair few shades darker than most Imperials.
Okay. Excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna walk over there and... Excuse me, I couldn't but have... 1 second.
Yep, there's famous Esley.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear that you are trying to go to the Empire?
Yes, what's it to you?
Well, my group that I'm a part of actually comes from the Empire, and we are going to be heading back there hopefully soon. I saw you dealing with that dwarf in the weapons shop earlier.
She just kind of looks at you really exasperated. Soon, I don't know, today?
I wish.
You and me both.
I would have to talk to my leader. I can introduce you if you would like.
Well, if you've got a ride out of this place, I'll gladly tag along. And if you need someone to hit something, she brandishes her hammer in front of you. I got a pretty good swing. Consider it hit.
Saw that.
At which point, you see the human woman also step forward and say, You say you have a way to leave?
Watch your big mouth, Etsley.
It's a-
Let's just invite everybody.
This is great.
Yes, I'd have to talk with my boss. Really.
And
We can...
who would your boss be?
Do I do this? Do I do this?
I think you need it.
Alright. I'm doing this. my boss would be Titus Valerius of the House Valerius, as he likes to say.
Ah, so you're in service to a noble then? Which the dwarf lady says, "Ooh, so you got someone financing you?"
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Are you stepping in, Zanafia, and also speaking?
No. I'm just
Okay.
side talk. Sorry.
Please step in.
No, you're doing just fine.
Before I, basically it's like just go up to Titus next and I just have like all these women behind me just like, hey, buddy. Sorry. Be like, just like, hey, buddy. I got some people.
All these poor women folk need a ride out, and they came to me for help. And I just knew that.
Because I'm tall, dashing, handsome.
Half a nose is missing. Not tall or dashing, handsome.
I am tall.
Oh, yeah.
How tall am I?
You went
Okay.
6'7".
I'm 6'5".
You're at 6'5".
What was this?
Shame.
Oh no.
Can't see. What is it?
Is that in response to all these women needing help leaving? They're just in need of help. Titus. Shame. Sharpening his sword. Starts sharpening his sword. Shame.
But yes, I do see most of our party here, so we might be meeting back here, just running some quick errands, I think.
This is here now, so you could probably just. Oh my.
I was gonna say, do I see them?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, there's Titus now. Let's go over and talk to him, see what he has to say about this. I motion that way towards Titus.
She's waiting for you to take the lead.
Well, yes, I start walking that way.
She follows.
I
after you.
did not catch her name, though.
She didn't say it.
I know, that's why I'm like, I didn't catch it.
That's fine. If he does, you won't let her want it.
Peter guy. We have more mouths to feed.
Oh, you as well.
Well, Shanafi already introduced you to her new friend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look. It's Vatic.
With some very interesting looking dwarf by him. Okay, no. Well, I can't see. The dwarf just kind of slowly. Just like
Okay.
Well, Xenafia and Edsley walk over, leading a nice little extra few.
Just
I just. How did you introduce him to me exactly?
no. That was just me being weird. I'll introduce my friend to you. She'll be traveling with me.
She is blatantly ignoring everyone else.
She has a great personality. She's so good with people. I'm sorry, I'm being so sarcastic tonight. No, I don't say any of that. But I tell you just that she's traveling with me.
Very well. I suppose the decision is yours. And seeing as you've already made that decision, there's no reason for me to argue you with it. Hello, I am Titus Valerius.
She doesn't even acknowledge your existence.
Yeah. Damn high elves, always hyper racist and shit.
You actually just say that.
Nope. Because Titus wouldn't think it that way. Then I'll turn to Edsley and wait his introductions.
no, this is. Actually, I did not catch your name.
She steps forward slightly and introduces herself as Qaida al-Sharif.
Gaida al-Sharif. A pleasure.
And she tells you that she was a member of a trade delegation that came from the Black Blood Caliphate.
Sounds fancy.
She decided to stay and finish up some other business while everyone else wanted to leave because they heard of impending battle. But the enemy army came a lot quicker than she thought it would, and now she's stuck here, and she wants to leave.
And okay.
And she heard from your friend here that you plan to leave. So it sounds like you got aligning goals. May as well take advantage of that fact.
I just kind of smile, just like grin, like,
And has my friend perhaps mentioned how
what?
You cut out.
how we are leaving?
No, but all that matters is that you do.
All right. Well, he's already brought you here, so likewise, the decision's been made. Though I would like to stress, after this next newcomer, we start thinking about maybe not gathering too much of a crowd.
She then also points out that asks if House Valerius is in need of any trade contracts.
Well, I would need to.
Okay.
Well, essentially, Thorkel would teach me combat tactics. My mother was more of a strategist and diplomat, so spending as much time as I did with her, am I aware of? Well, no, we don't particularly. Though I won't say no to them entirely either.
While you're saying all this, suddenly Lady Marie kind of steps forward and goes, "If House Valerius were in need of any trade agreement, I believe that my family would be in a much better position, already being allied." And Qaida seems a little confused. It's like, yeah, the giantess was part of your group?
And she is indeed aligned with us.
To which she, Lady Marie, stands up very straight and takes a much more formal pose and gestures at herself, kind of slightly curtsies. Lady Marie de Español, a pleasure to meet a fellow merchant. And Qaida looks a little taken aback. From House d'Espagnol. Oh. You looks back to Titus. You rub shoulders with the well-known, rather wealthy.
I don't know anything about it personally, but maybe Titus does.
About?
The merchant family.
Oh, you had no... I mean, you knew that she was part of a merchant family, but you didn't personally know anything about, how well-known she might be or anything. But it would seem Qaida knows the name and thinks quite highly of it.
Yes, well, my group certainly prefers to stay well connected.
Also, at this point, the female dwarf tugs at your back, Etsley. It just kind of goes, "Everyone you know rich?" Got a few extra crowns for me?
That's right. He's not here, is he?
So, since we are here and all together, what do you think we should, what time is it? Is it late? Because
somebody talking to me.
Yes, the female dwarf.
Sorry, Sam was talking to me.
She's made a comment that all your friends are rich.
Yes, they are.
Rich in character.
regardless, it's I mean, it's not super late in the day. It's like 4 in the afternoon.
Well, I suggest we still find like a place to do a rest.
Yeah.
Titus has something else he'd rather do.
I'm going to summon my steed.
Yeah.
And right off to the sunset. You know you can't.
Well, what's her name again? Sylvia?
Sylvia.
Sylvia. Ask her if she needs anything. Well, in the market or like anything.
She just kind of looks. Proper clothes, a bath.
Yeah, we can do all of that. I just didn't know what you wanted to do first, so.
You're right. Bath first, then clothes.
Okay. So, where can we find a place for that?
Well, you're fairly certain there are bathhouses somewhere. You'd have to find them. Otherwise, you could hope that whatever inn you're staying at or tavern has baths.
There's not like signs anywhere.
Can you read Dwarven?
I don't know. I mean, I probably. Is it like a common language in your?
No.
Then no.
You would need to, under your languages, it would be a language known.
Well, I know, but I didn't like think about that in the backstory. So, but if it's not common, then no.
Then that you get one. It's not everywhere, but you can't read any of them.
I think I'm the only one who can read Dwarven in the party.
And our dwarf friend. So, I'll ask him. Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't know the area, but he can at least read. I'll ask our dwarf friend if he sees any signs for like a bathhouse.
Yeah, it looks around a bit and goes, oh yeah, there's a sign there. Points.
Point. Okay.
He points at the sign.
Okay, dude. What kind of bathhouse is this? Is it gonna be like a crappy bathhouse?
I don't know. I've never been to it.
The best for my indentured servant.
I set her free if she wanted to.
Indentured servants and slaves.
What's wrong, honey? You want to come up here? Yeah, he wants to sit by us. Okay, come here.
Do it, Bill. The trap.
Well, anyway, take Sleipnir with you. I can communicate with him over long distances, and he'll update me on your positions.
You actually summoning your...
Yep.
Where are you summoning him?
That's right, he's kind of big.
Really?
Better than escape Andre.
Alright, forget everything I said. I need to find the forges first, but I'll certainly catch up with you. It shouldn't be too hard.
So you're just gonna wander off, Titus?
Well, I originally asked this dwarf up here what the forges were.
Well, okay, but you should probably tell the rest of your group where the heck you're going and where we should meet.
I just
like
did.
at night.
And that I would find you.
Okay, let's meet up at a inn at like in the evening, or like
Okay, but we don't know where the inns are.
So ask Titus. Goodness, we have a dwarf with us, and Beck knows Dwarven.
Okay, but neither of them actually know where the inns are from this spot.
Yeah, but they can read, so they can look around, see the signs.
Which is why I said I'll catch up with you guys.
You're not understanding anything I'm saying. Okay.
I
So,
feel like I'm understanding. Like, I know you want to make a plan for everyone to gather up, but if it's just me leaving and me telling you I'll catch up with you guys,
we
and you'd
could
already suggested
random
mounting.
in that you don't know where we're going, and then you're just gonna hope to meet up with us there. Okay, go ahead.
Essentially, I'll just ask them where the large cloud giant went.
Okay.
Where the beastman went.
Okay.
We
Well,
stick
then
out very well.
I'll ask the dwarf if there's like a sign for an inn around.
He points out that it was recommended you stay in the human quarter, so he says there's a bunch of signs pointing towards where the human quarter is.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, I can go with you there first and then double back, I suppose.
No, that's fine. So where's the human quarters?
Well, I mean, I would just take you off the map.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
This map is specifically where the market's on.
Okay. Well, let's just go to the bathhouse first then.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the human quarters.
All right. Well, you got. Where was the bathhouse, Joe?
in the human quarter.
And the human quarter. Understood.
Away!
Everybody going to the human quarter, or is Titus going separate to the forge?
Or he's going to the forge.
Titus?
Died.
I guess I'll go with you guys first to find the spot. I don't know. Sorry if I upset you, Kelly.
No, I just,
This little
I like a plan.
holy
And
thought.
I understood that. I felt like our given circumstances were.
What is it?
No, I just didn't want you to get lost. Like, I didn't want you to, like, lose us and then not know where the heck we went.
Regardless, you guys follow the signs, Vatic leading the way, and eventually you reach an area where it's less like hallways and rooms and more a giant hollowed out area with buildings built into the area. Like the rest of the Dwarven Hold has basically just been a giant maze of hallways, whereas this is actually an area where, imagine a giant cave and then people built buildings inside the cave.
So along the way there, I'm going to talk to our new dwarf compatriot because she never introduced herself or really stated what she wanted.
She introduces herself as Sorina, and she tells you that she's a dwarf from the Empire.
From the Empire. Born and raised, or?
Yes, her family moved about 3 generations ago from Casa de Dur all the way out to Utterbakken, out on the southwest coast. She heard about the potential war brewing in her homeland, and feeling that the family could take care of business well enough on their own, she decided to head back, seeing as she had a little bit of combat experience. She felt that she was good enough with a hammer that she could, provide her skills and protect the homeland, the motherland. So she traveled all the way back to Casa de Dur to essentially be told, go to the kitchen and make me a sandwich.
Yes, well, the dwarves here do things differently than they normally do in the Empire.
I think you mean they do things stupidly.
I think I like you. I imagine we'll get along just fine. No, as I said, seeing as my friend has already offered you passage, then I will not decline.
I was just told that you guys are leaving, and I figured I'd follow you on your way out.
Passage! 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 Saying it reminded me from our Warhammer game.
Oh, yeah. Sully's character becoming a saint.
Well,
honestly, I'm surprised that my ancestors have lasted this long out here. Probably just too stubborn to die.
Stubborn.
it seems the world is changing fast. People can adapt. Extreme case here amongst your people. I do hope we can do something for them. Even if they are behaving stupidly, as you say.
Regardless.
That's all I need to say, really, to figure out.
Right. Well, you guys make it to the human quarter. There's a couple different inns, taverns, bars. Some more shops, but they're generally just like general goods stores. They provide things that, like, specific foods or clothing made to human size.
What did the shopkeep say how long it'd take for alleys?
Shopkeep? I was gonna take 3 days.
3 days. well, we're at least here for that long because I already paid. Which is a dumb thing, come to think, but you really shouldn't pay for things until they're ready. Or do like a half up front.
Let's prioritize this.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. It's well within my character. So we will look around for an inn.
There's, like I said, there's several. None of them look very fancy or anything. There is one that's definitely like, you can definitely tell which one is, you know, the low quality and which one's the high quality, but there's like 3 or 4 that are just kind of average. Lady Marie regretfully reverts back to a more human-sized fit in.
So she's not taller than Allie?
Oh no, she stays taller than Allie. Like, only height-wise, though.
Alright. So,
And she occasionally even shrinks herself just to, like, get into places. Whereas Allie is forced to actually, like, bend down and stuff.
I will, of course, check out. In regards to our company, check out the more well-off inn.
I mean, it's nothing too fancy. It's made of proper stone. Well lit. Costs slightly more to stay. But, yeah, it's just... There's nothing special about any of these other than really price range and how comfortable you'll be.
Alright, guess we'll head in.
Alright, are you guys gonna get any food? Or just pay to stay the night?
Food sounds good. I'm gonna go see what they have for food.
Well, it's all the pretty traditional human grub.
Meat.
Beans, breads, cheese, that kind of stuff.
Eating potatoes.
I'll get a well-rounded plate of meat and potatoes.
Right, it's gonna cost you 3 silver.
I agree with that, Suzanne.
1 second. No,
Hey,
damn it.
Or we'll check us in.
Alright, it's gonna cost you guys 5 gold per night, per person.
Okay.
Per night, per person. Now there's 3 extra ones. Then it's Allie and
I'll pay for.
You can pay for her, so she likes to do that, right?
Lady Marie absolutely insists on paying for herself,
And
as does Kaida.
okay. I'm proud of the
One's
wealth.
Kaida.
She's the trade delegate that you introduced.
The human or the dwarf?
The human. The dwarf is Sarina.
Okay, so, all right. 1 second. I gotta step away from my computer. Sam's calling me. The other room. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just grab my plate and go sit down and eat.
Alright.
What rooms do you have available in Keep?
He's got enough rooms for everyone.
Okay.
It's just up to you if you want to share rooms. Business isn't exactly booming when the cast out is closed off.
I guess Allie and I will take a room.
The barkeep does look and be like, I don't know if we've got any beds quite that big. I can put you in a room with 3 beds. Shove 2 together.
That would be wonderful, thank you.
He's gonna ask to charge just an extra 2 gold on top of that.
Sounds good.
No, where are we staying 3 nights?
Mm-hmm. So 5 per person, an additional 2 gold for that. Is it Allie and I counting as one person because you take in the same room?
No, per person, not per room.
Okay.
And the 2 gold is just an initial payment to basically for the labor, bringing the extra bed into the room.
111 gold.
Did you pay for Serena?
Yep, I counted her. No. There we go.
As you do that, you overhear her say in the background, "So this is what it's like having rich friends."
Alright. Well, I mean, you're from the Empire, you should... Even when people are your friends, cannot always expect generosity.
You don't have to tell me twice.
But with me, I tend to take care of my crew.
You must be a good employer.
Do what I manage.
You also notice that Kaida starts standing closer to you when you do this.
Okay. Hello, Kaida. Can I help you with something?
Oh, no, I'm quite fine. And upon noticing that, Lady Marie starts also standing closer.
Allie? Allie?
Nice.
Allie comes rushing over, and both of them kind of take several steps back. What is it?
No, I didn't actually do that.
Aww.
I mean, I will call it to Allie, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Um,
Then she doesn't rush over, she walks over, and both of them take a couple of steps back.
Good news is I've secured lodging for us. Are you hungry? I say, and then I turn to everyone else who hasn't eaten yet or prepared to eat yet. If they want to join us.
Well, Serena walks up and says, I'm not turning down free food. Lady Marie and Kaida kind of eye each other, and both of them, like, almost simultaneously say, I'll pay for myself.
Splendid.
Sylvia
I
still
like to
ignoring
offer,
you.
but that's fine. I like to offer, but I have no qualms with this. And Anzanafia, if you want to take a friend up to one of the rooms to get bathed as you'd preferred, or no, because they're bathhouses, so they're not there's probably no room that has baths here, huh?
Oh, you stayed at the nicer inn, so they've got baths here.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to do that, then by all means, you can meet us down here when you're done.
I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
You don't get to have a drink.
But I want.
Hit him with that subway till you hit him. Should've done that. It hurts shoulder.
And I've returned.
Up.
So, is anyone else doing anything specific?
I don't know. Besides you.
Yeah.
Titus is going to the forge, is he not?
Yep. After everyone's eaten. So. Okay.
But the forge sounds interesting.
Allie also, of course, follows.
That's great.
Oh, I see the forge. Little Allie.
Don't know why it doesn't save at the correct size.
Take in the sight.
You see several dwarves working, making weapons. Well, the only ones here who said they came were Titus, Thorkel.
Okay.
Unless someone specifically said they want to be here, I'm not putting their token on the board.
I just have a black screen in general.
Well, you won't see anything because your token's not on the board.
I want to see it. Like having a visual.
Exasperated now loud and say, what an incredible forge. And then I will look for a dwarf that doesn't seem particularly busy.
That would be none of them.
No, understood. Oh, what about this guy?
He's currently carrying stuff over. What it looks like here, as he's walking.
Greetings, good dwarf.
Get out of my way, can't you see I'm busy?
Understood. Shit. Man.
Hey,
Got a picture.
This is bad because I have no way to actually interact with people without them yelling at me. I just be like, okay, alright, shit, I'm good, man. Alright, I guess I'll fetch you this door.
what do you want?
I'm looking to have a weapon sharpened.
Do I look like I'm working a grind wheel?
I actually don't see a grind. Yeah. Oh. I guess the closest thing would be this guy over here. But even then, it's None of these look like actual grind wheels to me.
Because none of these ones down here are grinders.
Ah,
Yeah,
I was just thinking, like, hold on a second.
they're like up top. Now they're looking around.
Found it. Greetings, good dwarf. Oh,
Allie starts knocking tools on the floor. She's trying to squeeze by. Hearing the sound of the tools clattering to the floor, the dwarf turns and goes, "Hey, get that animal out of here!"
I don't see an animal here, sir.
I'm talking about your cow back there.
How? Oh, my Minotaur. And yeah, that's not an animal, it's Allie.
I don't care what you named it. Get it out of my workshop.
Allie, I think I need you to stay with Uncle Thorkel for now.
She knocks over more tools. I said to get it out of here.
Thorkel, can you take Allie outside for a moment?
Okay.
Allie looks sad and walks slowly out the door, looking over her shoulder at Titus.
I go with her. Ah! Ah! Okay. Picking up his tools. Putting them back on the...
He looks a little more willing to talk now.
Apologies for that, Steve. I'm actually here to have this blade sharpened.
Take it, looks at it.
Allie can still see me from there. Perfect. At least I can see Allie.
Looks it over. They see of you.
I apologize, I do not speak Dwarven.
Look just for it. Poor quality. Barely even sharp.
Yes, I had stuck it into some crypt crawler on my way in here, and his blood dulled the blade.
You get for buying cheap human products. Regardless, they can sharpen it. Going to cost you 15 gold.
I'll pay 20. An additional bonus for not throwing me out of your shop.
As you start handing yours, oh,
It's Imperial coin, that's
25.
okay. I do so.
Very well. This will take a little bit. He takes it over to the grind wheel and starts sharpening. As you're standing outside babysitting Allie, Thorkel,
Okay.
the dwarf steps up,
Alright.
and you've currently got Hugh on you, right?
Aye.
You're that looks dwarven, Nick.
I wouldn't know.
The runes in it are dwarven.
I hand him you. So you can look at it better.
Not well maintained. Still sharp. Good dwarven, Nick. Old rune work. But some of the runes appear damaged.
Oh.
Yes. It runes in this shape. It's a battle axe, but it's better for chopping wood.
Aye. Does that well.
Did you actually use it for chopping wood?
No. Indoors. With great surprise.
Thanks. See. Well, the runes are supposed to be. Oh, it's hard to make out. Let me take a closer look. He pulls out like a monocle and fits it. Realizes it's dirty. Cleans it on his very greasy sit-up shirt. Realizes that didn't help any. Untucks his shirt and wipes it off on the inside of his shirt. And then fixes the monocle in place. I believe the original runes on this should have been hex.
Curse stack.
Orcal knows nothing. Stuff.
Yep. If we were to properly inlay the runes again, it would do the appropriate magic again.
And how much would that cost?
Well, I wasn't thinking about charging, but if you bring it up, I'd do it for 30 gold pieces.
Very well. You have a deal.
In PA. You hand him the 30 gold.
Yes, well, and 3 platinum. Because,
Imperial coins. But a deal. Deal. He takes the 3 platinum. And he tells you to follow him. He sees Ali follow. You're back in the mall.
no, this is my companion. I will,
Dwarf raises his eyebrows and goes, oh. Well, I suppose all those cold Norskin nights. Continues walking in silence.
I'll just ask Allie to stay here. That way she doesn't break anything.
Feeling sad.
No!
You can't see this anymore.
I know it's fancy this, but now she's out of my sight. I'm kidding.
Orcal is a bad babysitter.
Orcal's been babysitting Titus his entire life. What else do you expect?
Brings it
Be
over.
good at it. You've been doing it your entire life.
Brings
Have
it
a
over
meeting
his
on you.
brings it over to his anvil, and he pulls out a what looks kind of like a chisel, but it's glowing blue. And you see him lay the axe down on it and start to add some extra lines to the runes that, now that you actually look closely, kind of look like there may have been lines there before, but just kind of got weathered and worn away. And after a few minutes, he holds it up, and you now see that there are several blue glowing runes on it. And it's slightly different from how you had it before. There. Good as new.
I thank you.
Now you'll be able to put the fear of Moradin into your foes.
Moradin. I like the name.
The god of the craft.
Are you even gonna ask like what he did to your axe? Like what he did do better?
Nope.
I'm really concerned about this group.
Oh, it's just Orcal.
Yeah, that's how he is.
Alright, so for player knowledge, what it now does is when the first target you hit with it is hexed, and for as long as it is hexed, you will deal an extra 2d6 necrotic damage to it.
Yeah,
And
write that down.
and it has disadvantage on attacks against you.
But it doesn't break doors anymore.
Not instantly, no, because it is a different spell.
That's gonna make Thorkel sad.
But it does. Obviously, the necrotic means that it will technically cause things to decay quickly, but it is not the same as exploding doors.
So on first target hit, fails to X.
And basically, it's and once you kill that thing, you can then put it on another one.
Okay, then so it deals hex, then it does.
Let me open up your page.
Yeah, that'll be.
Lack of voices is disturbing.
Joe's currently doing stuff.
All my muscles ache.
That changed it all.
I'm waiting on that lead.
It says name is Hex.
Should be in the description.
Hex creature hit by this weapon is Hex. Only one creature.
I'm making a roll with it, seeing what happens. I'll roll the damage to see if it does it right.
Yes.
Right.
Well, like I said, I thank the dwarf, and I guess I'll head back to Allie.
Right. And the time of that took, Titus also gets his blade sharpened.
And they go back and see Allie crying in a corner because they left her all alone.
Both of them get back at roughly the same time and just see Allie kind of standing there, looking a little dejected.
I will pet her and comfort her.
I mean, are you able to reach her head?
I will fly right now, but
How tall is your character?
6'2".
So what, if you fully extend your arm up, you wouldn't be able to reach the top of her head. You'd be able to, like, reach her face.
Essentially that. Anyway, that would be everything I need to take care of here.
Hey,
I apologize for leaving you alone like this, Allie. But at least you had Thorkel here to keep you company.
She doesn't say anything.
Oh.
You guys get back. You might not even be able to reach her face. Just barely. Like her snout, almost. So I just did a comparison of people that are 2 feet taller. You guys head back to the human district.
Sure do.
Right. Anything else special for the night?
For me,
I mean, my girl took a bath, and maybe we go out and get her some clothes, you know, or whatever she wants. And we don't have to role play all that out. Can we just like
Yeah, you
Make it
can go out
easy.
and buy some fine clothes. It's gonna cost you all. Well, she wants to buy fine clothes.
I mean, how much did they cost?
You look for the most expensive thing in the store.
Yeah, so how much does it cost, Joe?
She manages to find a dress that is worth 40 gold.
That is just fine. She can have it.
Seems much happier now that she's cleaned up and in a dress.
Well, good. Then we all go back. So then, that's it. Also, have we like not gotten any like XP in like forever?
we haven't taken a rest. I asked you
Yep.
that earlier in this.
Just a minute. Everyone gets 2,500 XP.
2,500 XP.
2750 is what I have.
2750. 27. It should be 26.
Hold on. Keep her at the XP.
You said 2500, right?
Got 2,500 per person.
I got 2675.
Yep, that is exactly what I have, and I am the keeper of the
Wait,
XP.
26,750. Yeah.
Yeah, 26,750.
And
Say Tyler.
okay, I don't have my glasses on.
What is it then?
26,750. Oh wait.
No, just 750.
Tyler.
650.
Don't damn me, damn you. So are we back to?
Be friends.
We're all back in the inn.
Everyone's just gonna go to sleep for the night.
I want to check around for our yak friends real quick.
You look around, and you find at one of the other inns, you manage to run into Gunsook.
Gunsook, my friend.
And of course, Allie is following you because she always does.
Yep.
Laters.
We are currently staying in insert name here. That inn. But I actually, is your spirits here?
Is what?
Is he here? Spirits here? Or your wise man? Your
Oh,
Sorry. Storm's here. Oh,
he is old, so he's in bed already.
I was hoping to converse with him about something,
Well,
but we can do so tomorrow.
Check back in the morning. He'll be the one without the hangover.
My pleasure, my friend. Good night to you.
You don't want one tomorrow? He says, holding out a very large mug.
What's a few drinks? I'll walk over to sit down with him. Invite Allie to come drink with us as well.
She joins as well. And you guys drink the night away. You get to know Gunsuk a little better. He explains that he is a Noyan Khan, which means that he is the second highest ranked. He's basically the sub-chief, wherever he's from. And he was sent to go and try to get, as he explained before, the assistance of the dwarves in fighting off these undead armies. But he came here and was immediately told he wasn't allowed to leave. And so he's annoyed. And he just basically decided that he takes out all his anger by going out and killing things whenever he gets the chance.
It sounds as good as any. As good as we have any.
He also tells you that you need to come and see his village sometime.
I would absolutely love to. Provided we survive this.
Aye, then at least let it be in battle.
It's the only place for a warrior to die.
Raises his mug to that.
I would like to continue roleplaying, but it is getting kind of late in our session. I don't want to get this a bit further.
Alright, so everybody goes back to the inn. Eventually you call it a night.
Is the bed's big enough for Allie? The two beds together?
Just barely.
Just barely.
Like, she definitely hangs off of it because she's too tall, but at the very least, it will support her being on the two of them now. So the night passes uneventfully, obviously.
We get full health back, or
No, we are playing with new rules. You can spend hit dice. If you want full health back, you will have to rest for a week.
And now we get to spend hit dice, right?
Yes. A long rest, you can spend hit dice.
How do that?
Oh,
Ow.
poor Beck. Poor Beck. Let's put on the glasses now.
The best you get to spend in a while.
But
As many as you like.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm full health anyway, but
What are hit dice? I mean, what? I'm so confused.
They're dice that you can normally use them during a short rest to regain health, but I altered the healing system to make it work with the long-term injuries. So now you have to spend hit dice during a long rest, and the only way to go back to full health is to do a full rest of not doing anything strenuous for a week. So you can spend hit dice, which is the die you roll when you level up for how much hit points you gain. You can spend that instead to see how much health you gain.
Excellent.
Long rest.
I have no idea where to even find hit dice.
They're right below your hit points.
your
Yeah.
your saves.
Let's remember she's using D&D Beyond.
Oh. We're all like, yeah, they're right here. It's like, no. Go shit. Damn, it's hot in here.
Don't you have AC?
No.
AC.
No. I have a furnace. I have an AC unit, but, that's going to rake up the electric bill.
Rack. Not rake. Rack.
Great.
Right. Stuff and things and stuff. It's in parts, Aluminium, all words. Garage. Ooh. Gosh, we had 2 nat ones.
And then why did everybody else get 2 rolls or?
Well, because that's how many dice we use.
yeah, you can use as many as you want. So how many dice do you have? God damn, you just rolling fucking opposite sides of the spectrums around here.
I'm just +0 to mine.
And the thing to remember is you regain your hit dice every full rest.
Yeah. See, I'm only at what? Oh, maybe I should have used 3.
And so full rest is that 1 week of strenuous activity?
Yep.
Without strenuous activity?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Man.
This is going to make
I don't need to spend it. I just wanted to see what my modifier is.
What's your charisma or constitution?
Oh, probably didn't have to do that. I could just do a spell on me and
Yep.
then.
hit dice are more of a when we can't afford to be using spells.
Okay, so I'm gonna just pretend I didn't do that and use magic. And then the long rest regains my spells. So
Who all needs healing?
I'm at 35 out of 42, so I'm good. Well, I mean,
Full health. But what
I
is
guess
Ellie
if
at?
you want to heal me.
Ellie,
I can heal multiple people.
Well, I mean, does she need healing? So now you can't tell us what she's at.
she is in need of healing.
Then I will heal her. How much does she need?
Real quick. You're healing her back to full?
Yep.
Then she is currently in need of 52 points of healing.
Dang, I will need to use a lot of healing. So 35 from my own hands. Then healing hands for an additional 7. And then that should be enough.
How much did... Oh, she's back at full?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got kind of beat up during that last crawl.
Yeah, damn. Spent all night healing her ass.
Oh.
just
Okay.
trash.
Somewhere Gunsuke is smiling.
I'm sure he is.
But you guys spend the night, and you manage to recover slightly from your wounds. There was a fair bit of help with regards to magic healing. What do you do the next day?
I need to go see his advisor.
You head over to the inn you saw them at, and much less crowded now. It's just a couple people catching breakfast and things. And you see the Stormseer.
I will approach him after him greetings. I don't remember his name.
Yasunge.
Yasunge. Fine morning to you, Yasunge. Yeah, sounds like
Good morning to you as well, Master Valeria.
I had something I wish to consult with you.
What would that be?
Perhaps we could go to your room. This is more of a private conversation.
Of course, Allie followed you, by the way.
Uh-huh. Allie can come along. I trust her with my life.
Very well, then. He stands up and leads you to his room. And you notice when you get there that he's essentially thrown out a large mat on the floor to sleep on rather than sleeping on the bed.
Beds are too soft. Needs hot.
And too small.
And too soft.
He's, I mean, roughly the same size as Allie, so...
Right, well, after doors closed and we're all chatting, some time ago, alright, actually I should ask, is visions or dreams something within your experience?
I am familiar with speaking to the spirits on the wind.
Suppose I must ask. Some time ago, I had a dream that was more than one might expect. It felt as if it was real, fated. I actually had to pull this up because I can't exactly remember how the dream went. I found myself in a room. It was pitch black, and I had no idea what I was. And in time, I realized there was something else in there. In the center of the room, it was glowing, but not quite light. Something different, darker, maybe. Almost unlight. I have no idea what that means, but this is all I could do to make sense of it. When I tried to get closer, it reached out towards me as if it's a mind of its own. And it spoke. But It was so quiet I could not understand. I was hoping you might have some advice in this matter.
Yes, your dream is telling you something. It sounds as if there is something dark that you ought to seek out. What you ought to do with it, I cannot tell you. When did you say you had these dreams?
Sometime before I arrived here in Casadilla. Perhaps the night before, so 2 days ago. Oh, okay, never mind. I see this now. And then last night, there was another dream. I stood in the hall, the grand hall of Casa, and the ground erupted. There was a giant shadow that formed. It consumed everything. And then my companion, Thorkel, showed. And then I realized Thorkel was there, my companion, Merlin. A bolt of lightning struck him, and he rejected the lightning at the shadow. And then my dream ended once more.
It would seem that you and your friend are fated to defeat some great evil. That is what the spirits say.
I guess the best I can do is be ready.
He nods sagely.
Sagely. I thank you for your counsel. It has been most enlightening.
Of course, young one.
I should get back to my party.
He bids you farewell.
Thank Ellie for coming along with me, as she always does, and then I meet up with the rest of everyone else.
Everybody else is probably catching the continental breakfast at the inn.
The meat.
So what are your plans for the day?
I mean, what do we know about this, like, threat outside?
That supposedly there is a massive army of undead surrounding the entire mountain.
And the king just wants to sit there and do nothing because he thinks the walls will keep them out.
Yep. Everyone is to stay inside and they will wait out the enemy army.
Well, I don't like the sound of that. But not much we can do. We still need to meet up with our clients. And I need to go find Karina.
So you guys head out. As you start to leave the human quarter, Titus, you manage to pick out a female dwarf standing towards the entrance into the main castle proper. It is Karina.
Then I go to meet her. Morning, Karina.
Good morning.
Would seem you have left this armor in my care, perhaps accidentally, and I'd here to return it to you.
Of course, I was completely slipped my mind. I'm technically not supposed to be away from home right now. Nor was I supposed to be yesterday.
I can't remember, did I invite her out here?
She said she would find you and meet up with you.
Okay. So then how is your situation? Do you think your parents would allow such a thing? If they would be paid a sum?
Absolutely not. I am simply to be married off like every other dwarven girl.
Is she happy about this?
Absolutely not.
No. Well, I am one who certainly prefers to offer an opportunity to ones who have not drawn their particular preferred lot in life.
Everyone is with for this, right? Like the group is regrouped.
Yup.
Souls?
You hear a sort of grunt of agreement from Serena.
And as I had mentioned before, there is still room if you wish to come along with us.
Etsley, Serena kind of shoulders you a bit and goes, "Your boss got something for short gals?"
No, god damn it. Oh,
You're bringing this on yourself, man.
hold on.
I just kind of like point to Allie. Just kind of like shrugging, Yeah.
She raises an both. Actually, no. She just raises both her eyebrows. Like, oh.
I nod.
Anyway, I should also introduce you to the rest of my party.
The rest of your party and your party's party.
And your parties.
People who will be accompanying us in our journeys. Most of them fighters. I can't speak for all of them. So I'll go ahead and introduce everyone, or they can introduce themselves if they want to interject.
I like how you introduced me. It's good.
She seems quite impressed at the sheer number of people you have travel with you. And she immediately starts to get along well with Sodina. And you quickly overhear them get into a conversation about how much, basically Sodina talked about how much better it is in the Empire. And Kodina's like just drinking in every word of it, about how in the Empire she could do whatever she wanted, no one would tell her. She's not allowed to just because she's a woman. Finally, Kodina comes back to you, Titus, and says, "I've made up my mind. I'm coming with you to the Empire to practice my trade."
That's wonderful. I extend my hand.
It would seem that the most of your party are warriors of some kind. I shall do my best to make weapons and armor for all of you, but everyone might see that I make the best quality weapons in all the land.
Well, you certainly already have me convinced. So,
Kodina has joined your party.
wonderful. I ask if she wants us to collect her now, or if she would prefer the moment we leave.
Well, if you're planning on staying, it's probably best that I stay with my parents for now.
So I had believed as well. Well, would you prefer us to find you, or will you find us?
As long as you're staying in the human quarter, I can find you.
Wonderful. We will give you updates as far as when we plan to leave.
She nods, and then she starts running off again.
And then she still didn't take her out.
Nope.
Call out to the other armor.
She's completely lost in the crowd, running off as fast as her short little dwarven legs will carry her.
Well, I suppose if she's with us now, I can test it out myself.
It is only a breastplate, I will note.
It should be one less than what I'm currently having. I think 16, isn't it?
I don't recall off the top of my head. Armor class 14.
14. What the hell was I wearing before?
I don't know, but Joe, didn't you say this was like mithril steel?
Yes, it's a mithril steel alloy. The whole point of it is it's extra light. It's got a very low carrying weight. You get no disadvantage when it comes to stealth, and you can add your full dexterity modifier.
So basically, you just made light armor.
Well, no, it counts as whatever armor, light, medium, or heavy, but unlike the normal armors within those categories, because like heavy armor, you can't add your dex mod. What she's made will let you add your dex mod, and it doesn't infer the disadvantage on stealth rolls.
Wonderful. Then someone else can have it.
Breastplate is a medium armor.
Nice stealth.
Or I'll just continue to beg it. Go on our merry way.
All right. Where are you headed to?
I should go find our charges.
Yep. Need to go find the Rockseekers.
Well, there are two patriarchs, so to speak. One is in charge. One is part of the mining, and one is part of the artisan guild.
Did he ever give us a name?
No.
Like,
Yeah, man. Family, war, get them.
I feel like he'll be the mining one.
should
but I
know the
feel
name,
like
right?
it could be the
I
artisan
mean,
one.
you only know Rockseeker.
I say we start with the mining patriarch. Like,
Yeah. That'd make more sense.
since they are mining.
There aren't.
There you go, Joe.
All right, you spend a while wandering through the halls trying to find your way. You find your way to the mines, and you start asking around, and they're like, well, "Of course not. The head of the mining guild is not going to be in the mines working. You need to go to the guild headquarters." So they point you back towards into the city, and you eventually find the guild hall for the mining guild. And they, you ask around, and they lead you to an office. And inside, you find
Yeah. Not the Rockseeker we're looking for.
My name is Boulder Finder.
you find Ivan Rockseekers.
I want to imagine that's the northern way of saying Rockseeker.
It is. You enter the office, and you see a relatively older-looking dwarf. His beard is definitely graying. Do that. What can I do for you?
We are with the Order of the Gauntlet. Your
Am I supposed to know what that means?
it's a paladin order. That often takes requests to help people. We were sent here by I don't remember their names. Gundren and I don't think I have his brother's name.
Nundro.
Nundro. Oh yeah, no, it is right there. Okay. Gudren Nundro Rockseeker. We were hired to evacuate you from the city. However, your Czar has made it quite clear that is not going to be allowed.
Nor would I have it any other way.
I was gonna say, at first, did we confirm that these were their relative?
Nope.
Or did we just say, we were sent by these people to get you?
Well, the considered gave me the context that he knows who we're talking about.
My grandnephew sent you to try and make me leave the castle in its hour of need.
That would be the gist of it, yes.
They would never accept such a cowardly act.
To be honest, I don't believe you. I understand defending one homeland. The Valerians have done so for as long as they have existed.
Well then, do you have any other business with me?
Certainly not. We simply needed to make contact with you and find out where you stand.
The Rockseekers are gonna see it that way. Like the ones back at home.
I mean, just
I didn't say that was
knocking them out and kidnapping them. We can't do anything.
today.
Yeah.
As get asked. However, we are staying in the human quarters at the inn of whatever. If things turn dire, send for us.
He just kind of shrugs his shoulders and... Well, I have business to be to. You're dismissed.
Good day, Lord Ivan. And then we leave.
You should note he's not a lord.
Yeah, that's just courtesy, kindness. Perhaps
That's
it's
not courtesy, that's improper use of title,
It might be improper, yes, but it's just
which is
kinda-
really important in, like, an actual feudal society.
Something Texas wouldn't.
exact.
But where do you go from here?
I don't know. That was essentially trying to speak to the storm, Deacon, Seer.
Yeah, we're stuck here. But not only are we not getting paid when we get back, but we might not get back.
I mean, we can always try to sneak out the way we came in.
Road left.
We're not leaving. Well, our clients are still here and live.
Technically,
Let's go out.
The airship didn't leave. The airship is currently maintaining a holding position over the mountain.
So then I say we should go out into battle and deal with these undead.
You're gonna go out into the middle of an entire horde?
Look, Thorkel's a stupid one here, and he doesn't.
I mean, who said I'm going out? I'm gonna stay on the ramparts with my, crossbows and just be like, pew, 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 pew.
Arrows.
Chew, chew. They're almost all gone. Chew.
No, I'll have dwarven arrows with me.
And waste them.
I'll have you collect them. But yes, continue.
I need to know some more friends and figure it.
Are you
Yeah,
sure
we-
your head wasn't damaged lately?
Ren, get in.
Make me roast you alive.
Well, there's that other Titus guy that we should go talk to.
I mean, you lead on.
Yeah.
Very well. I mentioned somewhere in the human quarters.
Yes. You guys head back to the human quarters then?
Yep.
Yep.
You head back to the human quarters and ask around. You're specifically asking in regards to Titus.
Yep. They point to me.
Yeah, a couple of them do.
I know humans didn't live that long, but it doesn't look that long.
But they point out that Representative Titus Endor is staying at the same inn as you, actually, and he left.
We missed him.
He left early this morning to go back and speak with the council and the court nobles again.
Then that is our destination. Well.
Return to the Great Hall. Several of these people, some of the people are not here now.
Oh, look, shady guys. Oh, now they're off in the corner. Even more shady.
Oh. Oh, this place. Yes. You see Titus alongside Captain Osmond speaking again to Yolov.
YOLO?
Noble Yolov. The noble whom you saved the son of.
Oh, George's father.
Yes, essentially.
And then politely wait for the conversation to end or for them to invade.
As you step forward, the dwarf noble excuses himself and steps aside. And Titus turns to you and says, was there something that you needed? Titus.
Well, we've recently gotten our bearings and found lodgings actually in the same end as you, apparently.
Well, I wouldn't expect any less from a noble of the Empire.
I actually want to talk about the current situation.
What, being stuck here?
About being stuck here. How long do you think this will last?
Honestly, who can say? It's an army of undead, so it's not exactly like we can wait them out. But I wouldn't expect the dwarves' stubbornness to relent any either.
No, what I meant is how long do you expect the peace within the city to last? They are undead as you speak, or as you say, and they will find passage in.
How come we're all here?
It's a dwarven castle. I'm not particularly familiar with the construction, but I mean, they've stood this long.
And he's been here since the start.
Oh, yes, but that was only a week ago.
It's already been a week. Someone cannot understand this position. But I suppose I am not a dwarf. Such things are beyond me.
They are a very proud and very conservative race. They do things by the book.
Admiral traits, to say the least. Unfortunately, it is put us in this unfavorable position.
I can't deny that fact.
You have plans if the Kassat is breached.
If it's breached, I'd assume that the dwarves would defend it.
You have no intention of assisting them.
I'm a representative, not a soldier.
Fair enough. Yes, I am just the MC. Everything isn't in my blood. And each not when the enemy is at your door.
Well, it does seem to be the preferred method of the dwarves. Was there anything else that you needed my assistance with?
No. You've enlightened me on a few bits details of the current situation. I will take my leave.
Well, best of luck. With that, he turns, walks off as well.
Well, I really have no idea where to go from you guys.
How many zombies do the dwarf know are outside?
An entire army.
Joe said when we first got here, all we could see was basically a gigantic horde.
Enough to completely surround the entire mountain.
Like on both sides of the mountain?
To surround the mountain.
I'm trying to remember the way you had the map placed.
You haven't seen a picture of the mountain. I'm literally saying, all the way around the mountain, there are zombies.
And this is a mountain that the dwarves built into a city, so it's a pretty wide mountain.
To be fair, we got here just fine.
You flew.
Yeah, and Lady Marie can just make a cloud for us and we can leave, right?
Oh yeah, if you just want to leave.
We're not trying to leave.
They, granted, they're asking you not to do that. They're telling you you're not allowed to leave.
A good chunk of the army out.
That doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't?
If they intend to just sit and wait them out, then why keep those who are not dwarven lineage here? Do they intend for the walls to be breached?
Because they're not going to let anyone break out. That might cause a hole in the defenses.
Oh, that's right. They don't know about airship.
No one's allowed to leave. All the gates are to remain shut.
But can't we go over the gate?
The gates? No. The gates are shut. If you're referring to using the tunnels to get back out to the top of the mountain and then get back aboard an airship, that's completely different.
So we could leave.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, we're
try
gonna
to
leave
break
it
out, you
behind.
could break out. I'm talking about, like, convincing the dwarves to leave. Or do anything other than sitting here.
They must call for aid.
Like the beacons.
Sure they don't have beacons.
Well, I guess we'll continue to wait.
Just gonna hang out here in the Great Hall then?
No.
Probably not. Well, I think I'm gonna go to back to the human quarter.
I would look for a sparring area. Maybe
And-
just fire a weapon at something.
I'm gonna hop off now. Since it's just almost 9.
No, I don't blame you. Good night.
Yep.
Later, Tan.
Shall see you all next time.
For everybody who is still here, make a perception roll.
Let's say, where'd the sneaky guy go?
Yeah, I watched him walk off.
I didn't even notice that.
Uh,
Just
Yeah,
Why'd you make another perception roll?
Because that was a previous one I made to see if I heard Serena say what she said.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Beck and Xenofia did notice that as you start splitting up, you managed to see Conrad Molitor, the other Imperial human here, kind of trying to keep his distance, and he doesn't notice, specifically Xenofia notices that he keeps looking over his shoulder and wandering down, like, back alleyways, like Flint does.
I try to, like, stealthily follow him and see what he's up to.
They'll make a stealth check.
Oh,
You follow him, and it takes you a good while. You spend probably about an hour tailing him, and he winds up walking off into a crypt in one of the deepest parts of the Csar. And when he gets there, he starts like checking the names on every single tomb and headstone. How long are you gonna sit and watch him?
I mean, he thinks he's alone, right?
He does. Well, he's with his two companions.
They're not talking about anything.
No. And you notice that one of the companions is kind of standing, like it looks like one of them's keeping guard, whereas what the other one looks to be helping him, also checking names. But whereas Conrad looks like he's like very persistent and trying very hard, the other one's just kind of like walking by tombstones and glancing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just keep watching and see what happens.
How long are you willing to stay?
This will probably determine how many rolls you need to make.
A while until they start doing something else.
All right, make a perception roll. So, after about 2 hours of hanging back and just watching them, you eventually see Conrad stand up, point to something, and you can just barely make out the word him telling the other companion of his that was looking with him, "It's this one. Positive. This is where it is. Now we just have to figure out how to get in." And then he starts to walk away, and his two companions follow him.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. I would go back. Well, okay, I don't know. I would go back to the group and ask to speak with Titus and Thorkel.
Cute. Permission granted?
Privately.
Oh, okay. No, certainly it's enough, yeah.
So, like, oh, okay, this works too.
You guys head back to the human quarter, get back to your rooms, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that's
Oh, also, did you tell Sylvia to stop following you?
I did think about that. I told her to stay as much with the group as she could, until I came back. Why did the group split up a lot? Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Somewhat, but she seemed very annoyed at that prospect.
She's fine. Okay. And now I'm back, she's with me, so I'll tell her thank you for waiting. I've learned some important information about what's going on here and how to get out, I think. Or, like, more about the situation. Anyway, I'm with Titus and Thorkel, and I tell them exactly what I saw and my thinking of there might be some kind of not good things going on.
Certainly suspicious activity. Perhaps we do a little investigation.
Agreed. I think once the crypt, like maybe at night, we should go back to this crypt and look at, because do I remember like where exactly where he pointed at? I mean, was it a big crypt?
No, it looked like it was a single headstone, but you were able to pretty much make out where he was standing when he pointed.
Okay. So I feel like we should like check it out when we think there's nobody else going to be there and see what's up with that.
Well, that, and we should probably also ask
About what?
about the man himself.
Yes.
What his intentions were when he came here, or at least the reason he gave.
Well, let's at least check out the headstone first before we seeming suspicious ourselves for asking questions of him.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we shall call it there for tonight.